I'm Mrs. Stacy. Welcome back to School Night, and welcome to my presentation on programming in C++. So your children have taken one semester of coding, and I guess they enjoyed it, and now they're moving on to the next level, which is C++. People think that anyone can learn computer science, but the big question is, why are they learning computer science? So Steve Jobs says everybody in this country should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. That's what a teacher loves, that it teaches students how to think. But this is maybe why your students are taking computer science, because they like it a lot. It's one of the top 3 courses that's offered in a high school that students like a lot. Or maybe because they know a computer science major can earn 40% more than the college average. Or last year there were 43,000 computer science students who graduated, and there were 500,000 current openings. And this is just for you a few stats about New Jersey, about what the average salary was and what the number of jobs available were. But you want to start and you want to keep on going. That's basically what's happening. So and where did we start? Your children are starting at RHS. So I hope they do keep on going. So here are some words of encouragement from some very famous computer people. Bill Gates: I was 13 when I first got access to a computer. I wrote a program that played tic-tac-toe. We do that in AP Java, 2-dimensional arrays. Jack Dorsey: my parents bought me a Macintosh in '84 when I was 8 years old. Some of your children may have had a computer even younger than that. Ruchi Sagni: freshman year, first semester, intro to computer science. So already your children are getting an advantage. They started learning computer science even before college. Drew Houston: I think it was pretty humble beginnings. I think the first program I wrote asked things like, what's your favorite color? Or how old are you? That's exactly what we do in Python, which is what I'm teaching now. Gabe Newell said, the first time I actually had something come up and say, hello world, and I made a computer do that. It was just astonishing. That's what was our first program in C++ as well. Thanks, Gabe. And Mark Zuckerberg: learning how to program didn't start off as wanting to learn all of computer science. He did it because he wanted to do something fun and make something fun for his sisters as well. But back to Drew, he says it's really not unlike kind of playing an instrument or something, or playing a sport. It's not unlike it. It's just like it. All right. You have to practice it. You have to work at it, but you also have to enjoy it. And Chris Bosch said, coding is something that can be learned, and it can be intimidating. But what isn't intimidating, he's saying? He was a member of the Whiz Kids and was made fun of, but he said he didn't care. He thought it was cool and he was learning a lot, and now some of his best friends have great jobs. Hadi, who created Code.org: computer programming is an incredibly empowering skill to learn. So even if they don't go into computer science, it can take them through many disciplines. And this is my favorite quote: great coders are today's rock stars. That's it. Thanks, Will.i.am. That is it. But where did I start? I started one course in college. It was required as a math major, and I loved it. Right? I teach basic now. Well, I taught basic, but now I teach C++, Java, and Python. Still love it. Okay, so what about C++? What about this class? Why are they here? These are probably some of the reasons why your children chose to take C++. Okay, but maybe they're really here because of this reason, especially the last one. All right, video game developers, a lot of them use C++ still, so it is becoming very important and still important to learn the C++ language. Okay, most popular gaming language, as I said, is C++. So it's nice that your children are being exposed to it here at the high school. All right, where else is it used? High performance, embedded systems, transportation, manufacturing, video games, finance, etc. So it is useful in other areas as well as video games. The application that we use in this class is Xcode, but because we do have a lot of virtual learners, we are now using Replit, and that seems to be working well for everyone. All right, this is what Replit looks like. So basically, I have the students, they do have to set up folders, everything stays organized, and inside each folder will be all their coding. They call them REPLs, but they're also called programs. Okay, this is an example. There you go. Hello world. All right, and we would probably set it up as first program. Okay, they are given labs, and the labs are, what they can do independently. I am available for extra help every day on Zoom at 1:15, and some students have taken advantage of it. Okay, Google Classroom, this is how it's set up. Everything is categorized, so you want them to go to classwork, not stream it. All right, and here are all the links that are necessary for them. Okay, grading, this is my grading system. Class participation is usually the Zoom meeting, so hopefully they are all showing up for the Zoom meetings. All right, this is why we enjoy computer science, and we encourage computer science, and for you to encourage your children to take computer science or further on. 50% of Americans rank computer science as one of the 2 most important subjects of study after reading and writing. 75% of Americans believe computer science is cool in a way it wasn't 10 years ago. 67% of parents and 56% of teachers believe students should be required to learn computer science. Students who learn computer science in high school are 6 times more likely to major in it, and women are 10 times more likely. Programmers have many skills, right? So here we are in C++ at RHS, hopefully developing these skills. All right, just a few more things that I want you to encourage your children is to join the computer club. We did do a hackathon. We will be going to Liberty Science Center, hopefully in the future, but otherwise we will have virtual meetings and probably have fun on them. Girls Go Cyber is a new nationwide club. We started it last year or joined it last year with the rest of the nation, so I hope more girls will also join it. It's to encourage them to go on into computer science. And here's another Girls One STEM for Girls. Even though it's not just based on computer science, we do, if a girl enjoys science or technology or engineering or anything in math, we encourage girls to join that as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thanks for coming. So long.